Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Rabbi Amy, and this is my good friend and colleague, Rabbi Stephanie Shore. And we are back with our little video series about the Jewish holidays and the spiritual meaning behind the Jewish holidays. And Purim is coming. It's this really fun family holiday of costumes and candy and noise, but there's some really deep, beautiful spiritual messages behind the holiday of Purim. So, Rabbi Stephanie, would you share with us a little?
Thank you. So a lot of people don't know that Jewish tradition considers Purim and Yom Kippur to be the same side of one coin. So on Purim, we know that Haman cast lots, or kind of old ancient dice, to determine the day that he wanted to massacre the Jews. Well, on Yom Kippur, the high priest cast lots, or old-fashioned dice, to determine which of the two goats would be sacrificed, and the other goat would have the sins of the community placed upon it symbolically and sent out, of the community into the desert. But both instances, we are reminded of the inescapable reality of chance and how chance affects our lives. And so we're reminded in this beautiful teaching that oftentimes we have to kind of roll with the dice, roll with the punches, and be flexible and organic in our approach to living.
It's very true. Very true. So one of the messages that I really love about Purim is this idea that things aren't always what they seem, right? Haman is considered this big dignitary, and the king is supposed to be so wise, and actually the opposite is true. Haman is a bad guy, and the king is not so smart in making his decisions. And the weaker people, Esther, who has to initially rely on her beauty, but actually has tremendous wisdom and courage underneath. And Mordecai also, who was considered maybe at the beginning just, a random guy, random advisor, but he really is able to orchestrate with Esther the amazing miracle of Purim and the salvation of the Jewish people. So for me, when I look at Purim, obviously all the fun of kids and holidays and costumes, but for us as adults to think about when we look at things, it's not really what's on the surface, that there's always something behind the mask. There's always something deeper to learn. And if we just shift our perspective, even just a little bit, especially in our world that can be so challenging today, maybe just take off our own masks a little bit and be vulnerable to not judge what we see on the outside and spend a little time getting to know people on a deeper level and having more personal and meaningful conversations can bring more light into the world and can remind us that things operate in a spiritual way more deeply than just on the surface what we see on the outside.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, we could use more of that in the world.
Absolutely. And so we wish you all a Chag Purim Sameach, a happy and a sweet and a joyful Purim, and may this time be one of rolling the dice and being flexible and being able to see the light in the world behind any clouds that we may encounter.
Shalom.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.